a car out of one. I pray this devil die and get every evil thing the Lord God can give. And listen, I know you look at us in the state we in right now. Come here, Shahala. Come here, Shahala. Come here, Shahala. I know you look at us in the state we in right now. Black people on drugs, and we suffering and dying. And I know it seems like you can do whatever you want to this people. I know it seems like this, but the time for glorifying yourself is soon at an end.
You said, what do I have against white people? That's an excellent question. And I appreciate you coming to ask why. You understand? Take me to Ezekiel 35 and 5. It's not something personal. As a matter, hold that, give me Isaiah 14 and 21 first. It ain't got nothing to do personally. Personally, a white man has not done crimes against me to the magnitude that he has the rest of my people. You asked a good question.
You got black men raping people and shit, females and shit, robbing and stealing because they want
against them too.
They want to.
Right.
It's not because a white man made them to.
Whose
they
culture
put
is
a
that?
gun to their head.
Whose culture is that? Black men, first of all, black men that had a gun to our head for hundreds of years.
Hundreds of years, right?
To this very day.
But hold on.
It's a gun out here. You live in Norfolk?
No.
What city? You live in Portsmouth? Chesapeake.
Yeah.
Okay. Black men in Norfolk, black men got a gun to their head right now. They get ready to evict black people from this whole area. That's a gun to our head. Well, we can't dismiss that. Now let me ask you, who is it that owns the companies that's getting ready to kick all of these black people out of this area? It ain't black people. Who owns the job that makes sure a black man is the first fired and the last hired?
Actually.
You gonna tell me that black people own these companies?
Some black people own these companies, man.
Well, who owns the majority of them? You said some. Don't dismiss the rest. Who owns the majority of them? Tell the truth. We black people, you ain't got to lie. We on black people's team. If we were the damn Toronto Raptors, and every time I gave you the ball to shoot the three, you gave it to a goddamn Golden State Warrior, you would say, he on the other team. When it comes to our people, all of our people in their mind is to work to help the other team.
Okay. But
we gonna tell you what God said. You got an excellent point.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Martin Luther King. What do you do?
Right. Martin Luther King sold
us together.
Let me ask you a question. You said black people
brought us together.
He joined us to Arabs, and Arabs sold black people into slavery. That's how we got back in Europe. That's right now, brother. Black people still in slavery thinking that we Arabs. Right. Arabs built the slave ships. Right. Do you love black people?
Yes, I do.
Do you? Do you know what love is?
Yes.
According to the Bible, you know what love is? What is love according to the Bible?
According to the Bible, basically, that's my brother. White man, that's my brother. How do you say that? Because we came together, equal.
How did we become equal? We were in slavery.
Okay, hold on. White man equal.
Equal to who?
Hold on, to us. How? Because he's a man, he gets up every day, go to work, feed his children.
Was Trayvon Martin equal to George Davis? Was George Zimmerman equal to Trayvon Martin? When they went to court for the murder after he stalked and killed that young black man in the white man's gated community, if they equal, why did he hunt Trayvon Martin? Why did he go to court, committed a murder? If you as a black man followed a white man with a gun and told 911 saying, I'm watching him, they always get away. And if you confronted him and you murdered him, you would be serving life. You know it. Every black man knows it. He murdered Trayvon Martin. They let him go because we're not equal. That's right. We've been in slavery 400 years. There's no equality between the slave master and the slave. That's what our people don't realize.
This is 2019.
And in 2019, black men still getting murdered by white people unarmed. And
black men murdered black men as well.
And you know what? That's a symptom of slavery, and it's in the Bible. You want to see it in the Bible?
I sure do.
Take me to Exodus chapter 2. I'm gonna show you. That's a symptom of slavery. Before we integrated with the white man, black people was not even going to white women. black women raising babies by themselves because brothers get rich and go get white girls like Kanye West, go get white girls like O.J. Simpson, and set up businesses for white families like Michael Jackson did. And $800 million of good nigga talent goes to a white family while they gentrify Norfolk. And black people become homeless, just like in Washington, D.C., just like in Richmond. We're going to show you in the Bible. With Moses, Exodus chapter 2, turn. Moses saw this. This is a symptom of slavery. You understand? Find that where he say he saw an Egyptian smite in the Hebrew. You understand? Second chapter, Egyptian smite in the Hebrew. Look around 14. What our people don't realize is the reason black people killing and murdering each other to this magnitude is because we took on the culture of our slave master. That whole murdering and shooting up your neighborhood, that was the mob's culture. That was Italian gangsters. That selling dope, that was a heathen custom.
Hold on.
You understand? That was never our customs.
Hold on.
Getting high,
dope?
That's a heathen custom. Smoking weed is an East Indian custom.
Motherfuckers have to make money as well, right?
Hold on, who gotta make money?
Shit. Who's everybody in around this bitch?
Who has to make money selling dope? You saying black people?
Hold on. Black people sell dope. White people sell dope. Asian motherfuckers sell dope.
Who's going to prison with life sentences for selling dope?
White and black.
White boys ain't getting no life sentences like black people, brothers. How could you stand with a straight face and say that? It's Asians doing life sentences while the triad peddle heroin all through the neighborhood. They don't even sell dope in their own communities. They sell it in the black community. They wouldn't do that to their own people because they love their people and they don't care about our people. Our people have an undying love for everybody else except for our own race of people. That's why as a black man, if you have an issue with another black man or a black woman have an issue with each other, they quit to fight and kill each other. Because all the love you have is assigned to forgive white people for all the crimes that they did against us. You'd only have but so much love to give. You can't give all your love away and have a strong nation. We not the same as white people. God said he made two different manner of people. We were never the same. That's why you can't realize. Do you think the white man who's an American would ever go to Osama bin Laden and say, you know what? I know you killed our people. You did the bombings. We're going to be friends with the Taliban. We're going to forget all the 9/11. We're going to leave it in the past like they tell black people. We're going to let bygones be bygones. And we're going to accept the Taliban into our good American families and homes and tell our white babies and 9/11 victims to love the terrorists. You would say, you a goddamn fool. They murdered our people. But because it's black people and the lives of black people don't matter to anyone, including black people, why we mad at the white people? God said this. You got that, brother? I'm going to show you. That black on black violence is a symptom of slavery. Read that.
Exodus chapter 2, verse 11. And it came to pass in those days when Moses was grown.
When Moses was grown up, Moses was a Hebrew. If he were alive today, he would be a Haitian of the tribe of Levi. Moses, when he was grown, he was raised in Egypt with the wealth and the powers, but he was not an Egyptian. His mother put him in a basket and sent him up the river because the Africans was murdering our infants. They were telling sisters, if you have a male son, to kill it when you're giving birth to it, just like they're telling sisters to abort their baby right now. Keep reading.
Then he went out unto his brethren.
He went to who?
His brethren.
He went to his race of people because he recognized he was not one of the people that was in the ruling power. He knew he was a different race. Black people believe that we the same race as white people. Keep reading.
And look on their burden.
Look on who?
Their burden.
On everybody's burden.
Their burden.
He saw how the Chinese was getting kicked out of Chinese communities. What?
Their burden.
He saw how the white man was being kicked out of his white communities.
Their burden.
He saw the problems that his race of people were facing. Keep going.
And he spied an Egyptian.
He spied what?
An Egyptian.
He spied another race of people, an African.
Smiting Egyptian.
Go ahead.
Smiting in Hebrew.
Beating a black man, what?
Smiting in Hebrew.
Beating a Hispanic man, what?
Smiting in Hebrew.
Beating a North American Indian, what?
Smiting in Hebrew.
He saw the slave master beating the slaves. Keep going.
One of his brethren.
One of what?
His brethren.
Moses was all people.
His brethren.
His is a possessive pronoun. Black people don't look at each other's problems as this is my people. Because black people want to join everybody. Because they don't want to deal with the problems of our race of people. It's much easier to just join the white people, or join the Arabs, or join the Asians. It's easier to love everybody than to deal with this hot nigger mess that we've been left in after 400 years of slavery and 50, 60 years of integration and crack and weed and heroin and Planned Parenthood and abortion and dope and life without parole and gentrification. It's much easier to go love somebody else. Nobody wants to fight for our people. You can't do it without loving another race. Keep going.
And he looked this way.
He looked this way.
And that way.
And he looked that way. Read on.
And when he saw that there was no man,
he looked and saw that there was no one watching him. Keep going.
He slew the Egyptian.
He did what?
Slew the Egyptian.
He murdered this other race of people that was killing his people because he saw the burdens that they had. He saw how the Egyptians were passing laws specifically to target black people, specifically to harass them. Now we're going to show you the second day. Keep reading.
And hit him in the sand.
Moses did something that was wrong. You're not supposed to go and kill the white man. We're not telling nobody to go do violence. We're trying to teach black people to stop doing violence against other black people. Keep going.
And when he went out the second day.
Now he went out the second day. Yesterday, the police was beating black people up. That's what happened in Egypt. Keep going.
Behold,
look. Go ahead.
2 men of the Hebrew.
2 what?
2 men of the Hebrew.
2 black people. What?
2 men of the Hebrew.
2 Hispanics and Native Americans. What?
Of the Hebrew.
He saw the Bloods and the Crips fighting. What?
Of the Hebrew.
He saw the gangster disciples and vice lords. What?
Of the Hebrew.
He saw the Northern Mexicans and the Southern Mexicans fighting. What?
Of the Hebrew.
He saw the red stick Native Americans and the white stick Native Americans. What?
Of the Hebrew.
He saw 2 niggas. What?
Of the Hebrew.
Keep going.
Sold together.
Doing what?
Sold together.
He saw them fighting on World Star.
Sold together.
He saw them shooting at each other in Portsmouth.
Sold together.
He saw them shooting at each other in Chesapeake.
Sold together.
He saw sisters fighting at the damn Waffle House in Popeye.
Sold together.
He saw black people hating each other.
Sold together.
They were fighting each other the very next day. Keep going.
And he said to him.
And he asked his people, read on.
That did the wrong.
He said that did the wrong. He saw a brother beating another brother. He saw sisters fighting each other. What did he say?
Wherefore smitest thou thy fellow?
Why are you hitting your own brother? Why are you beating your brother? The Egyptians was beating us. The white man is oppressing us. Why you hate your own brother? Keep going.
And he said, who made thee a prince and a judge over us?
And they said, nigga, who are you? Who made you God? Who made you a prince and a judge over us? Now, who in their right mind?
Hold on.
Who in their right mind? Yeah, that's what he said.
Hold on.
Who art thou? Who made you a ruler?
Hold on.
Keep going.
Hold on.
No, go ahead.
This on all these people.
Say it again.
Who made you? This on all these white people.
This on these white people? You said, who made me? I'll show you. Everything we saying is coming out the Bible. We don't make up none of this. We got families, wives, kids. We like to drink and eat chicken and everything. We could be doing
you
that.
have white friends?
I'm going to show you absolutely not. You know why? Because I don't have any spare love left after I love blacks and Hispanics.
That's right.
Some white people are different.
Some black people were good. We still all went into slavery. There was good niggas in slavery. They got hung. They got beat. There was good. You don't think some of those quit a lynching sign.
Hold on.
Lynching sign.
Hold on.
Put a
Fuck the lynching
over
sign,
there.
my nigga.
No, that's the problem. The love you have for
on.
white people say fuck the lynching sign. We can't forget lynching if we love black
I
people.
understand that, but hold on.
We ain't going nowhere. Keep going, brother, please.
Whatever happened back then is slavery. Whatever happens now. Each white person are fucking different.
Sure. What did God say?
Different.
What did God say?
You see it today.
What did God say? Give me Isaiah 42. Isaiah 14 and 21. Keep going. I'm
You know what?
listening to
The Bible was made back then.
So what you saying what's in the Bible now is not relevant? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Because the Bible was written before slavery happened. And we read about slavery in the Bible. Because the Bible was written before child support. And we read about child support in the Bible. The Bible was written before the trap. And we read about the trap in the Bible. We read about niggas hanging on the corner at the head of every street back in Isaiah's days. That wasn't happening then, it's happening right now. The prophecies in this Bible. In order to love the white man, you have to disown black people. And the records in this Bible is only to love black people.
That's right.
What is so wrong with wanting to love a people? Most of our people don't know who their father is. Black people growing up in shelters. There's black people around here that's homeless. Black people strung out on drugs. Black women get pregnant. Everybody happy to have their babies. You seen the joy you got, kids? What people is under such oppression in the greatest empire on the earth that a woman would get pregnant and something in her mind would tell her, I got to kill this baby because it's going to destroy my life. What kind of life is that person living where in their mind it's an option to kill their own baby? Those people need all the love that's available from their own team. I don't have any spare love. I got too much love for sisters that's been raped and murdered, that don't know their father, that brothers that's been abused, that's in prison, whose neighborhoods will be gone when they get out of jail, who come from the descendants of slaves, who were hung from trees, who are the descendants of young brothers who had their testicles ripped off so that white people could have a good time. I don't have any spare love. I want justice for them. I can't forget about that. If somebody killed you as a black man, I can't let that go and just say, well, you know, Rick was in the past. I gotta let that go. The love that white people have make everyone remember the Alamo. And that was in the past. And the Civil War and the Holocaust. And let's read what God said. We're just trying to wake our people up. This is what the Lord said. In your mind, that mentality tells you that I'm supposed to accept everybody. But everybody is not willing to accept black people. Even if you individually have white people that have not done you wrong. Let me read what?
You're trying to bring us back to fucking slavery.
How am I bringing us back to slavery? I'm trying to separate us from our slave master. I'm trying to get us off the plantation. They coming to kill.
Right.
Guess what?
Some black men go to work every day.
Right.
For their children. For their wives. For their homes.
Right.
They work. Some white men working for their wives.
Say so. You know how white people got rich? White people sold black people into slavery. Don't you know once the Roman Empire fell apart, all of that war they had, that's why they left Europe. That's why Spain was the Central and South America. They were starving to death. They were filled with diseases. Queen Mary, Bloody Mary was chopping off thousands of heads every day. They had their white people problems and brought them to our black community. And now that they live in wonderful and got Disney World and Hollywood and Virginia Beach, black people can't keep St. Paul's Boulevard. Why they on the move? Why take this crumb from black people? Why tell a woman of the poorest people in the country, ain't hardly no black people in the country? Ain't hardly no damn black people nowhere. Why would you tell them to murder their babies? It's an American campaign to target our people. We can't dismiss that. And white people do not face the same things that black people face.
Right.
If you go to get a job, you can't use your regular black person voice working for the white man. If you answer phones for the white man, you can't talk like you talking to me. You have to use your business voice.
Right.
You can't come dressed how you would normally dress. You got to dress to impress white people.
Right.
You wouldn't be walking out here with no damn tie on, up to your neck in your Adam's apple,
Right.
taking a razor, ripping your damn beard off, cutting lines all in your damn face to make yourself look less threatening to white people because they're scared.
Right.
Because they put your people in slavery. Because you jump and dunk a basketball over a goddamn car. Because you hit like a freight train in the NFL. Because you the top boxer, the top singer, the top dancer, coming out of rat holes in the wall like Michael Jackson and Michael Jordan and Mike Tyson. All of the top entertainers, the top niggas doing everything, come from holes in the wall. Brothers just dirt poor with nothing that rise to the top of everything. Jay-Z's a billionaire. He come from an impoverished community selling crack. He could have died just like many other brothers and nobody would have cared. He made it, but what about the brothers that didn't make it? Somebody got to speak up for them, because guess what? Who gonna advocate for you when you're not strong enough? America gonna function just fine. They got the Senate, they got Democrats, they got Republicans, police, ATF, CIA, DEA. The housing market is for them. The judges, the laws, even the education system is for white people. What's the proof? They tell you that black people migrated willingly to America. Slavery ain't even in the textbooks. See what I'm saying?
Look what white people done.
Say it again.
Look what white people done. They gave us schools.
White people gave us schools.
To learn.
Learn what? To learn to love black people.
Look at Western Merch.
Look at who?
Look at Western Merch time. Look at Western Merch.
You saying that white people gave us schools. Let me ask you a question.
Now,
Before white people gave us schools, where did black people go to school?
dirt road.
Black people, that's not true, brother.
Well,
That's a lie, brother. Black people turned out more scientists and doctors when we were segregated than we did since we integrated. These HBCU colleges was made coming out of slavery. We made these because we couldn't go to white people's schools.
Right.
We made the stoplight because we were segregated.
Right.
We made the refrigerator and the freezer because we were segregated.
Right.
You know what else we made because we were segregated? We made beautiful black families, which we lose. That's right. We made beautiful black babies with sisters didn't kill the babies.
Right.
Black women and men had love for each other, man. And we made babies, we had families, we had whole communities where if something happened to you, every other father in the community looked after your children. Can you trust your children to other fathers? And thank you, brother, in the black community.
Appreciate it, brother.
Would you trust your kids to go out and play in the street now like we used to be able to? As dangerous as it is. Go ahead. This is what the Lord says. See, what our people don't realize is we're not saying this. Our people are sick. You understand? We have a sickness that our entire race has that nobody ever wants to address. We have what's called Stockholm Syndrome. And what that means is somebody does something horrible and traumatic to you. They beat you, they abusing you, they hurting you, they kidnap you. And then one day, they give you a cookie. And the next day, they give you a bottle of water. And the next day, they look you in your eyes and you start to feel like a human being. And then they say good morning to you. And then they smile to you. And you start to think in your mind, after being in fear for your life and beat and abused, maybe this person isn't so bad. But what about the crime that they had committed to you already? When are we going to get justice for the crime? We'll read what the Lord said. Go ahead.
Ever forgave.
Say it again. Forgave who? I forgave black people. I got to forgive my brothers all the time. We got to forgive each other all the time. I don't have spare love to forgive white people. Because if I did, I couldn't forgive my brother when he do something that make me want to kill him. Or I do something that make him want to kill me. When we get in an argument, if I have love for white people, I don't have any love to not shoot my brother. Because all my love goes to forgive white people. And when I see you, you're not a white man. So I don't care what I do. Huh? Let me ask you a question. Black people treat other black people the way they treat white people? Yes or no? No. You know why? Because black people love white people. That's why they treat them special.
Right.
Black people don't love other black people. That's why they steal cars. That's why they're gonna shoot you if you step on the shoe. If the white man step on my shoe, oh, excuse me, sir. I apologize, sir. Let me get out your way, sir. You doing all right? Good morning. Nigga, move. Y'all niggas hating on me. F all y'all niggas. Good morning, sir. How you doing? All right. Is everything all right? You had a good day? Y'all enjoy yourself. Nigga, move. Get around. That's how black people treat each other. It's directly tied to the love we have for white people. And the Lord told us that you're not supposed to forgive anyone but your people. Now I'm going to read what the Lord said. Read that. Read
Isaiah chapter 14, verse 21.
Because white people don't look at you as an individual. White people look at black people as the descendants of the slaves that are now free. And they have to make black people pay for getting free, quote unquote. The Lord has a remedy. Keep going.
Prepare slaughter.
What did God say?
Prepare slaughter.
Who here knows what slaughter means? This is God. Slaughter means mass killing. That don't mean you go out and kill somebody. God said prepare slaughter. Read on.
For his children.
For who?
His children.
His descendants. Who?
His children.
The children. Why does God say prepare slaughter for somebody's children? Why? Keep going.
For the iniquity.
For the sins. For what?
The iniquity.
For the slavery. For what?
The
For
iniquity.
gentrification. For what?
The
For
iniquity.
hanging black families from trees. For
The
what?
iniquity.
For ripping. You know how they made those gynecology procedures, man? Where they go and take women to do the pap smears and OGV or WIN tests. They used to strap black women to tables and rip they damn fallopian tubes out. That's how they came up with those procedures, man. They used to Mortal Kombat our sisters to make the procedure. You know how they came up with allergy medicine? They did tests on black people, black men in prison, infected them with diseases, and like they did the Tuskegee experiments and Agent Orange and the Spanish flu, like they gave smallpox to the Native Americans. You understand? That's what they do to our people. Keep going.
Prepare slaughter for his children.
For his children. His children. Somebody's children have to pay. This is what God said. Read on.
For the iniquity of their fathers.
For the crimes that their fathers committed.
That's
their
right.
children have to pay.
That's right.
That's justice, man.
Damn right.
We don't understand justice. We think justice is you kill my whole family, I come and cry on you, give you a hug, and say, all right, that's it. That's justice to black people. Justice to the white man is we send our army and go and bomb your entire country for 20 years. That's justice to white people, big man. You're right. That's what I'm saying, brother.
When nowadays I work hard on the job, till I come cross y'all, still like I'm a criminal. Trying to get caught, it could be your first charge. Like, man, you ain't getting the minimum. It go dip, squat, 5 mile run, push, pull, sit on, goddamn, get strong. Looking at my baby, trying to keep them doing wrong. It's too long before they grown, I can't leave them on their own. They killed Daddy like he had a 30-day cake. The news covering up the story for what they say. It took me back to the time we lost Otis. Taking these crackers, they gon' tell you something bogus. And I'm thinking like, damn, what you telling kids? We try to put up a fight, but did we fail the kids? Cause they really got us looking like no damn good. And why success got to cost my manhood?